Good evening and welcome to the question and answer section of the evening. Now, over the last few days, a number of you have sent in some really good questions to us. And what we've done is we've made a selection of the most commonly asked questions that we've received and also the most commonly asked questions for an open evening. And I'm going to put those now to Andrew and to Tracy, and hopefully we can answer some of the main queries for you. So if we go straight in, one of the big questions that we've had this evening is, will there be an opportunity to come into college this year? So Andrew,
yes, indeed. Actually, there'd be nothing better that we'd like to invite you all to come and explore our fantastic campus, a beautiful building. We've got fantastic grounds and AstroTurf pitches and sports pitches. But I'm sure you'll appreciate, unfortunately, the current circumstances, we have to prioritise the safety and well-being of yourselves and of ourselves. So at the moment, unfortunately, we're not able to accommodate any visits on the campus site. Again, I'll just suggest that you watch some of the college videos on the YouTube channel, because that might give you a bit of a flavour as to what the campus is like, what the building is like. If the situation improves, we'll be the first to let you know, and we'll be absolutely delighted to invite you onto site and to show you around and to explore the campus. But I think, unfortunately, in the current circumstances, we're not able to.
Okay, thank you. And another question that we've received quite a lot is, what does a typical day and week look like in college, and how is that different from a high school? Okay. Tracy, could you answer that one for us?
Of course, no problem. It's a really good question. So all students who start with us do 3 subjects. So you will have 4 lessons per week for each subject, which means you have 12 classroom lessons per week. So they're timetabled in what we call blocks. So they'll be fixed for you on a weekly basis. So you'll very quickly get into the habit of your timetable. In addition to that, you also work very closely with a progress mentor, which is almost like a form tutor or a personal tutor, where they're working very closely to support you and cover some really important topics. On top of that, your teachers, as I mentioned earlier, really do go the extra mile. So they will offer support sessions and they'll let you know when they are. So each day may look a little different, but what we also build in are study periods. And this really is a fantastic opportunity to make the most of our study zones and our library and get ahead of your homework or your revision and working really hard in those study times as well. So it's an enjoyable week, actually. Might feel a little bit different to school, but you very quickly get used to each week.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And it's lovely to see how keen so many of our applicants are to actually put in their application with us. And one of the things they're asking is they're ready to put in an application, but they're not entirely sure about which 3 subjects to choose. So what advice would we give them at this point tonight? Andrew, could you?
Yes, well, I'm delighted to say that the online application system is now live. It is now open. But I'd certainly recommend that you maybe spend a bit of time really thinking carefully about the subjects you want to take. Probably the 3rd or 4th time I've been plugging the videos on our YouTube channel, but actually it's a really good opportunity, I think, to watch those and maybe re-watch them. We do have extra information available on the website, and that will allow you to start to get to feel what combination of subjects do I want to study. So our recommendation is you do put your application in, maybe not immediately, but certainly over the next few weeks, once you've had time maybe to discuss things with your family, with yourself. But rest assured, we do get a small number of students, once they've applied, that do ask, can I change my choices? And we do appreciate that your mindset may change over the course of the year. If you happen to change your mind in terms of the programme you want to study, once you've already applied, then simply email us and we can adjust your application. So we do keep that flexibility open. In terms of the subject choices themselves, well, certainly if there is a very specific vocation in mind, such as an obvious one, medicine, then there's certain combinations which are required, obviously things like biology and chemistry. But generally we say many students at the age of 15 or 16 haven't really made their mind up. It's worth considering the subjects you're going to enjoy the most and also the subjects you think you're going to be most successful in. Because if you're successful in a subject, you end up enjoying it more. So hopefully that gives you some reassurance about when to be applying.
Yeah, Thank you, Andrew. And Tracy, I'm going to put this one to you because it touches on some of the issues that actually you discussed earlier with Chris. I'm worried about the step up in workload from GCSE to A-level, and what would you advise?
First of all, that is perfectly normal to feel that way. Many students have felt that way in the past, but trust us, we've got you. We will ease you into your studies. Your teachers are very, very aware of the nervousness around this, but just have a little think of how nervous you maybe felt in year 7 or 8 at high school about starting year 10 and 11 and the GCSEs, but you transition through with the support of your teachers. And that's what we're here waiting to do, support you and ease you in and help you embrace the challenge of A-level, but most importantly, help you enjoy it as well. So don't worry, we're here to look after you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And another question that's come up quite a lot over the last couple of days is, what are the entry criteria for the college? And Andrew, you'll probably be best placed to
Yes, I can answer that one, and it'll be a very, very short answer. We are heavily oversubscribed. So that's worth stating. So it's important you do get your application in sooner rather than later. In terms of our admissions criteria, best advice I could give you is if you go to the Sir John Dean's website, that's where you'll find our admissions policy and you'll find all the information you need about our admissions criteria there. So I'm just going to direct you to our website.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. So, Tracy, again, another one for you, because this is again something that you've touched on earlier. Just so we can be clear for our students, what is the system we use for remote learning if we need it?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of systems actually. We're really enjoying using Microsoft Teams, as Chris shared with you earlier, which is it's a central place that all subjects use in college. So you very quickly become familiar with being able to access some fantastic videos that your teachers pre-record via a system called Planety Stream. So when we all went into lockdown, our teachers pre-recorded these wonderful lessons that really drew our students in to feel like they were still with us in that lesson. But actually they had full control of playing the video, rewinding to listen to key information. So we love to use the pre-recorded lessons for students to really immerse themselves there. But we're also utilising the Teams as well. So there are options for live Teams lessons, which we use. But it's really a fantastic way to communicate with your teachers and your peers, and one central place to get all of the vital resources and immediate feedback. So when those assignments are uploaded remotely, the teacher can give you that immediate feedback. And it's very simple for students. Actually, you get to use your phone, which we know our students love to do. They take pictures of their work and it's instantly uploaded to Teams for us teachers to be able to see and give you that immediate feedback. So although you're not in the classroom in front of us, that immediacy still feels there with the platform of Teams and Planety Stream as well.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, it really is. It's really enjoyable.
One question that's coming from a number of parents, actually, as well as from some of our applicants, when the students join us, do they have a form tutor? And Andrew, could you address
Yes, they
that
do.
one?
And the answer very shortly is yes, they do have a form tutor. Here at Sir John Dean's, we've decided the best way forward the past few years is we created a dedicated team of what are called progress mentors. They are entirely focusing on the pastoral side. So they're not distracted by teaching. They are our pastoral team. And they will have a number of tutor groups. So a student coming will be in a tutor group. They'll have one session a week with their form tutor. We'll go through very important bits of information. And that form tutor will look after them over the 2 years. They're the person to contact if a parent has any particular concerns. They're the individual to contact if a student has any particular problems. So they're looking after the student's welfare throughout the whole of the 2 years. They're also very supportive in terms of helping them secure applications to universities or maybe employment.
Okay, and leading on from that, another question that we've been asked, is there support for mental health in college, and how does college support that?
Yes, we're fully aware it's a very important national issue which we take fully seriously, but actually I'm going to pass it back to yourself, Stephanie, because I know in your role you're probably best placed to answer that question.
Yeah, my team is responsible for the welfare and the support of students in college, so We do that through a number of ways. We have a progress mentor team who are there meeting the students every week in tutorials, and they're also available all day in and around the college for students to talk to. We have a learning support team and learning mentors who, again, are based in our focus centre, so it's a quieter area of college, and anyone that may feel anxious or want to talk about any concerns can go and meet up with the learning mentors. And also, we have 2 college counsellors who are there providing counselling to students and who can invite students in and signpost them as just how to best look after their mental health and wellbeing whilst they're with us. So we're really lucky that we've got such a great support team. And when you join us in September, all the mentors are available and will refer you to anyone for extra support that you might need. Okay, and then one final question tonight, as some of our students seem to be thinking of their time beyond us already, but what they're asking is, what careers advice do they have for looking at destinations beyond college and for looking at UCAS applications and universities?
Yes, I'll take that one as well. If you recall, I started when I introduced my session earlier in the video. A successful college is one which ensures its students have a high quality destination. So we're very, very focused on ensuring that our students get really good careers advice. If they want to progress onto employment or an apprenticeship, we've got some careers advisors in college. Our progress mentor team are incredibly skilled and know exactly how to support our students. If need be, they'll give them interview practice, they'll help them with their applications, they'll guide them towards completing their CVs. And in terms of university preparation, probably about 80 to 85% of our students will go on to a higher education course. So we've got a very, very good system in supporting our students throughout Year 12 and in particular into Year 13. Each year we get universities to come into Sir John Dean's, about 45 universities to come in, and we have our own university fair. It's really exciting, it really motivates the students. And the universities are very keen also to have their liaison staff to come in, so they come into our form sessions and help our students in terms of their applications to university. The system's called UCAS, and we're experts in helping guide our students in terms of their preparation. Our progress mentors, again, will help our students with regard to their personal statements and also help them in their decision-making process, outline the different options to them. And if our students are going more a specialist route, such as Oxford or Cambridge, or down a specialist route, such as medicine or vets or dentistry, again, we've got dedicated programs specifically helping those students. So whether it's a specialist course or general applications to university, we have a whole range of different support to make sure what we're after is getting our students to the very best destination, and we want them to get to their first choice. So we're very proud, I think, of the services we offer.
Yeah, thank you very much. And that concludes our question section for tonight. So I shall pass you back to Mr. Bowden to say farewell. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody who's been presenting tonight, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. I hope you've been given a bit of a snapshot as to what Sir John Dean's is like. We feel probably as frustrated as you do that we can't invite you onto our site. We want to show off our wonderful campus, meet our wonderful teachers. Again, please explore all the different videos that are being produced in advance of this evening, and by all means have a look at those, because that will give you a good flavour as to what we offer. And we do hope to be looking forward to receiving your applications shortly, and all it says from myself and all that's presented is thank you very much indeed.